Alright, so finally, at least for myself, Silent Hill 2 remake gameplay. I think there was something that came out like about like 5-6 months ago. I did not check that out. I'm not too sure if it was some channel or it was actual gameplay uh, from Silent Hill 2 or whatsoever. But for me, this is like the first time I'm actually going into it because last year when we checked out the trailer was the first trailer that they, when they revealed the remake. So here we are. Hopefully there's something good. It's only like a minute and 30 seconds. I'm not too sure how this is gonna go. Hopefully it is good. I wished it was longer, but yeah, let's get right into it. Visually, it actually looks good. Mist in this game is very important. If you've played the class... Oh, there you go. There it is. Should be more, though. Quick time events are back. It's over the shoulder like... Oh, like red. I was like, wait, what's different? It's over the shoulder. The original was not. The music is not... that... Whoever chose that music, a bad idea. Alrighty then. I honestly don't know what to feel about that. It feels like they went a different route. I understand this is very much, at least from the top of it, it definitely looks like a page out of Resident Evil remakes. That's for sure. I mean, they definitely looked at it. They're all right, we're gonna go that route. Now the thing with the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 classics, the OGs, was that the camera was fixed. So it was, in a sense, a different kind of a game. Um, Camera's fixed, you move the character and all. If you played those games, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The new, it was, it was a completely like just a modern game. It took everything that, story and all, but it kind of applied to how a modern game would work. But then it worked because they did a really good job. At least with this Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 3 was just kind of an extension of Resident Evil 2. They didn't really do much with it. But the gameplay and everything, you could tell, okay, they brought it to the modern era and they kind of did it actually right. Here, though, Silent Hill 2 worked back then, and it could work in the same way now. They didn't have to go that over-the-shoulder route. At least, in my opinion. If you played the game, the camera was 360, if I remember correctly. Your character is kind of like far away, like you have the camera is like kind of top, so you're looking at the character, and you can move the camera. It's not fixed. And then going through the roads, going through Silent Hill, I'm trying to not spoil for the people who've not played the OG, but it really was one of the best horror games ever made. It still is, in my opinion. I think you can easily put that top 5. Some might be top 10, but for me, easily, I can put a top 5. I really can, because it's that scary. That atmosphere, the whole mist. The mist is still there in this. It's kind of lower down. The OG, at times, you really could not tell where you're going. And that added to the thing. And you can, like, the character was in this place that every step you take, you just had to hear sounds and all of that. And you just had to have like awareness, and then you go in buildings and all the hospital stuff. Like, it was unsettling. It was unsettling not just like as gameplay, but psychologically that game can affect you. For me, To this day, spoiler alert, I still haven't finished it. I know what happens. I've seen other people play it, my friends and all, like live, but myself, I can't. There's something about that game. You play it, it just affects you differently. This one, it just feels like it's another Resident Evil. Yeah, it'll have those horror tropes like Resident Evil does and all, but I do wish they stayed with the OG. Obviously, they can change the story or, make it more modern or add elements to the gameplay that made it more modern. They didn't have to make the exact remake, but still the full-on character, not the over-the-shoulder, and the environment, they should have kept it that way. And I think that would have still worked. Still that worked because we have Resident Evil over the shoulder stuff. We have that. Konami didn't need to go that route. They could have just, you know, stick to their own thing, what worked back then, and just made it more modern. I think that would have been better. But let's see. Let's see what happens. It is still, I was hearing some like mixed thing. It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad. It actually looks good, and it's still in development. So they can change a lot of things. It didn't put any date. I thought they would probably reveal the date because it was a state of play thing, but this is like there's nothing. So who knows? Maybe they hear opinion and they actually change it. And since there's no release date, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna release this year. Probably gonna be next year and all. Because yeah, the way the internet is responding to this gameplay is very mixed or on the lower side rather than a positive. So let's see what happens. What's your take on this? If you played the OG, definitely let me know. And if you're not and just see this gameplay, still let me know in the comments below what you think. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for the support. I'll see you all soon. Ta-da. A cow.